welcome to the Changes to the Team episode for Gameweek 13. Before we get on to the team selection for the upcoming game week, let's take a look at the points scored in Gameweek 12. With so little attacking returns from the big guns, it was important to pick up clean sheets at the back this week. Marcos Alonso played a hand in Chelsea's 6th consecutive clean sheet as they beat Middlesbrough 1-0, while Ben Foster and Gareth McCauley managed to keep Burnley quiet during West Brom's 4-0 win on Monday night. Jordi Amat returned to the starting lineup for Swansea's trip to Everton and was just a couple of minutes away from picking up a clean sheet. In midfield, Eden Hazard's 6 attempted assists was more than any other player managed in Gameweek 12, but his teammates failed to take advantage of those chances. Theo Walcott was kept quiet by Man United. He failed to take a single attempt on goal. Roberto Firmino had plenty of chances against Southampton, 3 goal attempts, 1 of which hit the target, and 3 attempted assists. But it was Gylfi Sigurdsson who returned the big points in midfield this week, scoring a penalty that he won himself. The Iceland international managed 3 shots on target and attempted 1 assist. As for the forwards, Romelu Lukaku was unlucky not to return points. The Belgian took 3 shots, 2 of which hit the target and attempted 1 assist. Charlie Austin didn't see much of the ball against Liverpool, but had 1 very good opportunity to score with a header. And Sergio Aguero failed to deliver as captain, despite getting 4 shots away, 1 of which was cleared off the line. But a score of 46 this week was higher than the average and enough to see a small green arrow up to 240k. So as long as we keep creeping up slowly, it should still be possible to get a respectable finish come the end of the season. So now let's take a look ahead to Gameweek 13. Cedric Suarez will come in for the injured Hector Bellerin. Saints have a great run of fixtures and the right back offers the cheapest way into Southampton's defence, priced at just 4.9 million. A second potential transfer could be to bring in the most owned midfielder in the game, Philippe Coutinho, ahead of Liverpool's home fixture against Sunderland. It's a tricky one to call because there's no obvious player to remove from the team as it stands, but the Brazilian looks like one of the standout captaincy options in Gameweek 13. Theo Walcott's wife is due to give birth any moment now, and that could be a factor to consider if it remains the case by the weekend. However, there is the option to avoid taking the hit for Coutinho and stick with the current midfield, making Roberto Firmino captain instead. So here's how the team would look after making those changes. Ben Foster keeps his place for West Brom's trip to Hull. He seems a safer bet than Jordan Pickford, who's up against Liverpool. In defence, there's room for just one of Jordi Amat or Cedric Suarez, and with a home fixture against a struggling Crystal Palace side, Amat gets the nod at the moment. He joins Gareth McCauley and Marcos Alonso, who are up against Hull and Spurs respectively. For captaincy this week, Philippe Coutinho looks like one of the standout options, and that's what makes the decision to bring him in for Walcott so tempting. The Brazilian has produced 6 shots on target and 14 attempted assists in the last 4 game weeks, ahead of Liverpool's home fixture against Sunderland. Also in the mix for captaincy is Liverpool teammate Roberto Firmino and of course Sergio Aguero, up against a Burnley side that shipped 4 goals to West Brom. As always, be sure to follow FPLtips on Twitter for the confirmed transfers and captaincy selection. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. FanDuel is a one-day fantasy football game where you can play for real money. Enter a new contest every Premier League weekend. Challenge the FPLtips team in the Gameweek 13 fan favourite contest and you could win a share of £5,000. So before I tell you exactly how you can get involved, let's take a look at the FPLtips team for Gameweek 13. We've gone very cheap at the back with Leicester's backup goalkeeper Ziella. Fabio and Wimmer could provide budget options in defence, with Friend injured for Middlesbrough and both Rose and Davis likely to be out for Spurs. We've got the big hitters in midfield with Coutinho, De Bruyne and Mane, Sigurdsson and Snodgrass for set pieces, and a strike partnership of Olivier Giroud and Troy Deeney up top. So if you think you can beat this team, head over to fanduel.co.uk via the link in the description below and enter the fan favourite league. Use the promo code FPLtips and FanDuel will match your first deposit all the way up to £400. Bonus credit is earned as you play at a rate of 5%. They'll also give you back your first stake if you don't win, up to the value of £10. So if you're over 18 and you'd like to get involved, head over to fanduel.co.uk and use the promo code FPLtips.